Your excuses work harder than you do. Think about that for a second. Like, they never sleep. They're always innovating. They're always adapting faster than you can pivot. And they're always running like 24/7. They're, even when you're taking breaks, even when, on the weekends, and even on mental health days that you might take. And so here's what nobody tells you about success. And this is might make you mad, might make a lot of people mad, but just stick with me. It's important that you hear this. Success is a daily choice. Not once, not when you feel like it, not when you feel ready, not even when the stars align or circumstances improve. Every single day. So your dreams, they are on the other side of that choice. Like, they are on the other side of your excuses. And one of them is going to win, right? Like, your excuses or you choosing to push through it. And so the margin between the two, it's a razor thin. And most people lose without even know that they're playing the game. And so look, I'm going to tell you something that's insultingly simple. And that's why most people reject it. Because success, it is very simple. But most people, they blame it on complexity, right? They blame that they can't get there because it's too simple. I can't because I didn't know how. Like, I can't because I just didn't. It seems so simple. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Like, we want cosmic complexity. Like, most people want these hidden algorithms and secret codes and like this mystical formula that we had to trek up this mountain for 10 months to find this, right? Only like the few can access this. And so we want it to be hard. But if you understand, like, you have the excuse to fail that is your excuse. And so if you fail to execute, that is an excuse, and that is why you're failing. And so here's the truth that separates the builders from the browsers in life. And this applies to everything: health, wealth, love, happiness. Like, success is literally just a work versus excuses in a daily cage match and a daily choice. And so no more, no less. You either outwork your excuses or they outvote your dreams, quite literally. And so the math, it's very brutal. Like, the equation is that clean. And here's really the truth. Like, your intelligence, that thing that you have, like, you're so damn intelligent that you're so proud of it. Like, it's actually the thing that's making it almost impossible or harder for you to actually achieve anything. Because smart people, they're phenomenal at creating sophisticated excuses. Like, all these things that have to be in order for them to actually make the choice. And so let me tell you where your daily choice, it actually happens, is in the choice of making it. That is when, and it sounds so simple, it sounds so stupid, right? It doesn't happen in your Instagram grid. It doesn't happen during like this big win that you share at dinner parties. It doesn't happen when people are watching you, right? It happens in the moments that no one is there, you're alone, and no one can give you any guidance but yourself. And so you usually cop out. You usually make up the excuse. And I call that shadow work, like the work that nobody sees. The 4 a.m. writing session, the waking up at the crack ass of dawn to get into the gym. And it's when the house is silent and your bed is just calling your name. It's just like whispering. It's yelling to you. It's not even whispering. And so the research that you do when you are exhausted and your eyes are blurred and you have to read the same paragraph 4 times, like the cold, everything that you're doing in life to do something big, like your ego is screaming at you to protect yourself from rejection. And so the physical reps when your body is literally begging you for mercy and your mind is like manufacturing all these like thousands of reasons to stop. And so it's the night that you skip the party to build, the weekend that you sacrifice for your future self. And so this is where your future, that is built, or it's abandoned. And so it is in that shadow work. It's like it's in the alone time, and it's with your excuses, like whispering seductive logic into you, right? And so nobody's cheering for you. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's validating your effort. Just you and the work that you have and the excuses that you have. And they're going to come up regardless, even when you start winning. And that's where the choice really happens, is in those moments. Now, here's what you need to understand is like really about your excuses. They're not lazy. They're very tactical. And so your excuses aren't showing up saying, hey, just be lazy today. Like they're way too smart for that. They've studied you. They know you. They know your triggers. They've built psychological profiles around you that would make a like political consultant jealous, right? And so they sound reasonable. They sound, just be realistic about your limitations. You need to take care of yourself. You've deserved this. Like the timing isn't right. This isn't sustainable. Other people have advantages that you don't, so you're okay. Just have a piece of cake, have a piece of pie, right? And so, how good are they? Like they are weaponizing your legitimate needs, and so they'll use your past traumas against you. They'll dress up fear as wisdom and call it a strategy. They'll voice telling you to protect your energy over everything else, even though that is the thing that gets you to give you more energy, more freedom. And so sometimes, like it's called self-care, and sometimes it's an excuse wearing self-care's clothing. And so your excuses, they're excellent at making you think it's always the former, right? And so they'll use your intelligence to build a sophisticated argument about why it's not the time, why this approach won't work, why you are the exception to the one rule, right? And so here's the truth that nobody will tell you, or really the truth that nobody wants to accept, is that your excuses, they work harder than you do. And I know I said that, but like think about it, right? Like they never sleep. They are always innovating. They're always adapting faster than you can pivot, like I said. And so they're running 24/7. They are shifting while you're taking breaks and the weekends and all the things that we've talked about here. And so they're your most dedicated thing in your mind, taking up space. And they're working against you 24/7. So what do? Most people think that they need to eliminate their excuses, fix themselves, heal all their wounds, clear all their blocks, get some like magical state where excuses just don't exist, right? I promise you that's a trap. Like you'll waste years trying to become excuse proof. And you'll spend decades in like therapy and working with mentors and coaches and all to excavate every single limiting belief that you have or think that you have. And you could quite literally read every self-help book trying to find just the one thing that finally just fixes you, right? Meanwhile, your excuses, the entire time, they just get stronger. And so here's what actually works. Like this is quite literally the secret. You don't eliminate excuses. You make them irrelevant through sheer volume of just executing, of just taking action. You only will ever have in life reasons or results. You cannot have both. And so you work hard so consistently, so relentlessly that your excuses cannot keep pace. And so you just choke them out with action. Not one big heroic effort that you try and push them out, not like a massive sprint that burns you out in 3 weeks, not a New Year's like resolution that just dies in February. A daily, relentless, suffocating volume, right? And so when your work rate is like so high that excuses can't keep up, you win. And when they outpace your action, you lose. And so the math is truly that simple. Like your work rate, just work greater than your excuses, like your innovation rate, right? It will equal your win rate. And so excuse adaptation becomes greater than execution, and that equals that you're going to lose. It's not complicated. Like it's just hard, right? People, they make it hard because volume means that showing up when you don't feel like it. Volume in anything, health, wealth, love, happiness, it means you're executing when you're tired, when you're uninspired, you're unmotivated, you're unconvinced. And so volume means that you don't wait for the perfect moment, you make the perfect moment. And so if we bring this like to an end and back where we actually started, every morning you are casting a vote. And it's not next year when you are more prepared. It's not when you have more resources. Definitely not when you feel more confident. Like waiting for motivation, that shit never comes around when you need it most. The thing is what makes it today and what makes your dreams and goals and everything that you want in reality happen. It can only ever happen today in the present moment. And so that ballot, it comes and it appears whether you acknowledge it or not, like the choice to choose. And so your excuse or excuses, they are showing up to vote every single time. And so they have the perfect attendance, right? They never miss a day. and if you're lucky enough to like just harness motivation at will, like you're in the top 1% of 1% of people. And so the question is, are you ready to cast that vote of choosing your excuses or choosing the thing that makes you eradicate them? Because here's what most people don't realize. You don't need to win every single vote. Like, you just need to win more votes than your excuses. And that is the game. That's the shadow work. And some days your excuses win, and that's okay. Like, you'll sleep in, you'll skip the workout, you'll eat a piece of cake or a piece of pie. That's okay. Like, you'll watch Netflix instead of writing, you'll scroll instead of building. That's okay. Like, that's one vote for excuses, right? It's fine. But tomorrow, you get another ballot, another vote, another chance. And the day after that, you get another and another and another. And so success isn't about perfection. It's not about trying to be perfect. It's about winning more elections than you lose, right? It's about outpacing your excuses over time and just obliterating them over time, not in a single moment. It's about over time. And so most people, their excuses have a higher vote and that higher turnout than their work ethic. And their excuses show up every single day. Their work shows up when they, it's going to show up when you don't feel inspired. And they wonder why, like, they're not winning. And look, I'm not going to tell you this is easy. Like, I truly believe if you choose to live the hard shit, life actually becomes easy. If you choose the easy life of binging and eating and treating your body like crap, like, sure, that's easy, but you're going to pay the ultimate price, and it actually makes life harder. And so I'm not going to give you some like rah woo motivational speech. Like, it's about how you get this. You just need to believe in yourself. Like, who cares about what anyone else thinks? This is arithmetic. It's not like spirituality. And I love spirituality. I love connecting to higher self. But you are essentially in a cage match with yourself in your mind every single day. And so work versus excuses, action versus realization, your future versus your comfort. And the brutal truth is that your excuses are more dedicated, more consistent, and way more strategic than you are. Trust me. They know you and they trick you. They know you better than you could ever know yourself. The reason why is it's accessed at a subconscious level. And so they're better at their job than you are at yours. The only advantage you have is volume. And so you can outwork them, you can suffocate them, and you can make them irrelevant through relentlessness, like just going at it. Like that shadow work that nobody sees, that nobody celebrates, but you have to do it. Like, you have to. And if you think about it, you don't think about it. Just not plan to do it, not feel inspired to do it someday. Do it today. Today, right now. Not tomorrow, not the day after. Today. Because in the shadows, when nobody's watching, when you don't feel like it, when your excuses sound incredibly reasonable, that's when your character gets built. That's when your future truly gets shaped. And that's where the choice happens. So here's the ballot, right? For tomorrow morning. Are you going to outwork your excuses? Or are they going to outvote your dreams? The margin is razor thin, my friend. Like, the choice is quite literally yours today. And that vote, it truly opens up the moment that you wake up.